Is it interesting that it seems like the kosher animals are intelligent animals? Because when you think about it, carnivores are intelligent animals. You think about a dog, it's intelligent. It would be weird to eat your dog. Are we, in the Old Testament of the Bible, commanded to not eat carnivores? I think they're not to be eaten. And also, an animal with the hoof situation, are those kinds of animals like typically more intelligent than like a different kind of hoofed animal? So it would be kind of inhumane. It would be kind of like spiritual cannibalism, or like just kind of cringy because you're just killing a sentient being. It's like the sentient sandwich in Adventure Time. It just has like a cringe feeling. It's like, wait a minute, what? Oh no, what? Like, trees are conscious? Oh no. I've harmed some individuals. But at what level do we consider that like a problem? And I wonder if the kosher laws have to do with that idea of what we would consider a problem. Like, the more I learn about octopi, the more I'm like, oh, like, it's kind of creepy to eat an octopus if you think about it. Because, like, think about how complex they are and how cool they are. They're almost have the intelligence. They do. They're probably more intelligent than a child, I'd say. They're, like, intuitively and inherently intelligent on a level that might exceed our own, even. I don't know. They're good at stuff. Maybe at least comparable to our own. I heard recently that if all humans were to go extinct, like would the octopi, be the next dominantly intelligent species? Like, would they invent machines eventually, be able to do things? And how would they run the planet? Would they do things in this way as well? Would their society devolve into control and dominance and like fear of scarcity and maybe just force and control? I don't know, to force everything to happen the way we think it should because somebody could die or like there's a problem. We would want to have laws, I think. Would the octopus act immorally? Would they be capable of immoral action? And what would immoral action look like in the octopus community? Would they be able to understand immoral action, or would they just always act correctly? I think we understand animals as just always acting correctly. They're acting always within their moral scope. They believe it's the right thing to do. Otherwise, why are they doing it? They have an innocence about their actions. But we understand the difference of good and evil, so are we innocent? I think you have to commit an immoral action in order to become understanding good and evil. You have to like committed immoral acts in order to understand non-immoral acts, maybe. You have to understand what is good, what is bad. You don't have to understand it. You could just live your life and just like every day is just like, I'm just doing what I know is the right thing. But so it feels weird to eat the octopus because we could think these things about them. We could think about them as individuals, as intelligent like unto us, like the next great thing. Maybe appear to us if we would just leave it alone and like learn to live in harmony. Maybe one day they would have communication that we could understand. Maybe they already do. Complex communication with like patterns of colors. And could AI figure out their language? Is AI the language thing of Star Trek, of our dreams, of our future? Like, we could communicate with all kinds of different alien beings like the octopus. Maybe they actually do think about God. Wouldn't that be weird if we got into a conversation with an octopus? We're like, wait a minute, you have like a way to communicate your understanding of consciousness, being aware. Like you're aware that you're aware, and what is that? Like you're pondering what is awareness, you know? You're pondering an origin story, maybe. Maybe those are signs of like an equal to us, and what would be superior to us? Like, would it be something that already has it figured out? So it feels weird to eat an octopus. It feels weird. Like, would it feel weird to eat a creature that has those things figured out? Are the clams like that too? They're just kind of like coming along. Their species figured it out ages ago. That's why they're just content to live there, just siphoning what's already dead, knowing they're completely reliant on this cycle, but they're not going to actively partake in the killing of other creatures. Maybe they decided that as a species, that was one of their species goals early on. Maybe, I don't know. Do clams eat living things? They just filter the plankton. Who knows? I don't know. What's the most moral creature, and what does morality mean in that sense? I feel like maybe plants are the only moral creatures then, because they're the only ones that don't eat the others. Well, they kind of do, but after they're already dead. And I don't think they'd have to eat the other ones. So where do the first ones come from? I think, well, other dead things. Was it plants first, or was it bacteria first? Microorganisms, single-cell microorganisms, or was it single-cell photosynthesizing organisms? What was first? Single-cell photosynthesizing microorganisms, or single-cell microorganism, or protein coats with DNA inside?
In a quarter mile, use the left 2 lanes to turn slightly left onto North College Avenue.
What was the precursor to that? Because I feel like you can't go from like soap bubble to like bacteria. There has to be some kind of like
Use the left 2 lanes to turn slightly left onto North College Avenue.
I hate new places. I hate them so much. I hate them so much. I hate cities so much.
Continue on North College Avenue for 4 miles.
Here we go. We're in this together, GPS. Get me through this tangle. It's just like a video game, and there's the instructions telling you what to do, where to go. You just have to follow the instructions, just follow the rules, and you'll get there. I'm good at that game. So, yeah, pigs, we always talk about they're super smart. You know, do they have complex social groups? It does seem kind of sad the way we raise pigs. Like, if it could be raised in a humane way, but then wouldn't it be like a pet? Like, I don't know. Would you feel good about eating a pig if you knew one? I don't know. Maybe. People say they're super smart, smarter than dogs. It just seems like, or maybe like the clams and like the non-scaly fish are kind of like bottom feeders, so you just wouldn't want to eat that just on a basic principle if you don't want to eat like the toxins that they're filtering. And then there's like the super smart ones, and maybe just the ancient people understood that on a level of just like obviousness. It was just so obvious they didn't need to spell it out. And now we're up here in like our new society going letter of the law or spirit of the law, and